on your EPFA news tonight. EPFA make a major announcement about the next World Cup. We find out about a new position that has been filled by a French player at Foot Fatal. In the last broadcast we heard that there was a return to training again at a club in Finland. We find out more. We hear a great story from a player with the club Power Lions in Germany, and how they have also returned to training safely. We hear from the new Danish chairperson Niels Christian Simonsen about what is happening in Denmark. And finally we were all saddened to hear of the sudden passing recently of Chris Finn from the USA. We hear from some of his friends in tribute. The global pandemic COVID-19 has resulted in major disruption and cancellation and postponement announcements across the sporting calendar. Power chair football has been no different, with a number of events also affected. The flagship event, though, the World Cup, had been scheduled for Sydney, Australia in October 2021. Just recently EPFA made a major announcement about the staging of the World Cup. We will hear now from the EPFA president and also the chairperson of the local Australian organising committee.
Hello. We announced last week that the 2021 EPFA World Cup in Australia will be postponed till October 2022 due to this global pandemic. We are aware that all international power chair football activities planned for 2020 have been suspended. Safety of all our athletes and officials was a big factor in making this decision. We have been in dialogue with the host organising committee and believe this delay will allow all teams to prepare correctly and safely to ensure we have the best prepared team for our next EPFA World Cup in Australia, October 2022. Stay safe, everyone.
Well, greetings from Australia to our European brothers and sisters in power chair football. My name's Andy Harper. I'm the chair of the local organising committee for the next EPFA World Cup, which, as you know, is scheduled or was scheduled for October 2021. However, given the unprecedented nature of this global pandemic and the impact it's had right around the world, and more particularly and with specific reference to our magnificent athletes and the particular considerations that you all face, we've been forced to reschedule the World Cup to October 2022. The good news about that is it gives everybody an extra year to prepare. And I can assure you all that you will be as welcome in 2022 as you would have been in 2021. And guess what? There's been an extra bonus for Australia. Just this week, Australia and New Zealand have been granted hosting rights for the next FIFA Women's World Cup, which is scheduled for 2023. You guessed it, just a couple of months after our tournament, which will be held in Sydney. So keep training, keep working, and a challenge to all our brothers and sisters through the European Confederation in power chair football. Wouldn't it be great if one of our athletes was in the middle of finding a vaccine for this pandemic and the virus that is causing all this trouble? We wish you all the very best. Keep working hard, keep focused. We will be in more contact with you from here on, and hopefully at regular intervals, with all the things you'll need to know about preparations for the next EPFA World Cup, October 2022, right here in Sydney.
Next we visit France and speak to Baptiste Ferrer about his new role with the French Power Chair Football Federation Foot Fatal.
Bonjour à tous, hello everybody. Aujourd'hui, je vais vous expliquer mon nouveau rôle au sein de la commission Foot Fauteuil France. Je suis donc délégué national au département communication. Donc premièrement, mon rôle, c'est de participer à la création et d'actualiser le nouveau site internet qui va arriver de la commission, donc Foot Fauteuil, il va arriver très prochainement. Et il y a aussi notre chaîne YouTube Foot Fauteuil France TV, donc continuez nos émissions qu'on a commencé, pourquoi pas en créer des nouvelles, mais surtout le plus important, c'est de filmer un maximum de matchs possibles grâce à l'aide des clubs qui organisent le week-end. Donc vraiment, c'est la chose la plus importante, c'est de vraiment continuer de filmer le plus possible les matchs sur les week-ends. Et pour terminer, donc de continuer d'alimenter notre page Facebook Foot Fauteuil France, donc avant chaque journée de championnat, et aussi d'écrire le nom des arbitres qui seront présents lors de ces journées. Donc voilà, merci beaucoup à Farid pour sa confiance, merci à Erwan pour son aide et tous les autres membres de la commission, sans oublier Karine qui nous a vraiment beaucoup aidé pour la création du site internet. Goodbye.
One of the first to report a return to power chair football activity was the Finnish club FC Inter. We caught up with its head coach on a day when their new development team were training and asked about the measures in place to allow training to resume.
It feels really good to be back training with the players after this 3-month-long COVID-19 lockdown. This is our second training after the lockdown, and the players are enjoying every minute on the pitch. Here in the southwest part of Finland, where we're located, the situation is good. The venues opened 1st of June, and our team started trainings with the divided team the 16th of June. There are still some restrictions at the venues. For example, you need to keep the distances. If you have any symptoms of illness, you are not allowed to participate in the training. The cleaning is intensified on the venue, and there is also a maximum limit of people who can use the venue at the same time. So this is the situation here in Finland right now, and to all the power chair football people around the world, please stay safe.
We drop in on Germany now and meet one of its great stars who got his new Strike Force jet after an impressive crowdfunding effort.
Hi, I'm Acasio and I'm playing power soccer for the Power Lions at the club Motormix in Dresden, and this is my story.
Ich habe mir vor kurzem über ein Crowdfunding einen Sportrollstuhl finanziert, und zwar der Strike Force. Heute möchte ich gerne mit euch meine ersten Eindrücke mit den Strike Force teilen. Nach meiner ersten kleinen Probefahrt musste ich feststellen, dass ich die Energie von dem Strike Force doch ganz schön unterschätzt habe. Ich dachte, eine Fixierung von meinen Armen ist nicht notwendig, da ich diese so halten kann, aber der Strike Force hat mich eines Besseren belehrt. Wie ihr im folgenden Clip sehen könnt, ist mir bei einer schnellen Drehung der Arm zur Seite rausgeflogen. Ich blieb dabei aber unverletzt und hatte nur einen ganz kurzen Schreckmoment.
Oh Gott.
Anfangs war die Steuerung ein bisschen gewöhnungsbedürftig, da diese sehr empfindlich ist, aber das Feedback ist unglaublich gut. Zusätzlich gibt mir der Rollstuhl aber ein unglaubliches Sicherheitsgefühl. Ich habe keine Bedenken, mich rückwärts schnell zu drehen oder auf irgendeine Art und Weise kippen zu können. Und ich war das erste Mal erschöpft nach einem längeren Training, was mir vorher eigentlich nie passiert ist. Ich möchte mich auf diesem Wege auch nochmal an alle meine Unterstützer bedanken, dass ihr mir das überhaupt ermöglicht habt. Ich wurde in letzter Zeit oft gefragt, wie wir unser Training zu Corona-Zeiten managen und welche Sicherheitsmaßnahmen wir durchführen. Das Training erfolgt in kleinen Sechsergruppen und das Anbauen und Umsetzen findet mit Mundschutz statt. In der Sportstätte selbst und beim Spielen auf dem Spielfeld ist kein Mundschutz erforderlich und es wäre auch sehr anstrengend, denke ich. Wir haben es zudem so geregelt, dass die Assistenzen immer nur die gleichen Personen umsetzen und dass sozusagen immer jemand eine feste Person hat, die zum Umsetzen den anderen Rollstuhl zuständig ist. Vor dem Umsetzen erfolgt natürlich die übliche Handdesinfektion und die Begrüßung erfolgt mit einem lieben Lächeln oder einem Winken. Ich hoffe, euch hat das Video gefallen und zum Abschluss gibt es noch einige Clips vom Freitag und mein Training im Strike Force. I would be very pleased if you join my journey. Furthermore, your power lion, Acasio. schön. Sehr schön. Oh, den Test, bitte.
There has been a new chairperson elected to the board of PowerChair Football Denmark. We get Neil's first interview here and ask him about the future plans.
Hello, here comes a small update from Denmark about what's going on in PowerChair football. Like the rest of the world, the Danish tournament was closed down in March 2020 because of the corona, and we have cancelled the rest of the tournament. Aarhus Rolling Devils was so much ahead that nobody was able to obtain the lead, and that's why we decided that Aarhus was the winning team for this season. The next season starts up in September, the 19th of September, and we hope that everybody is fit to play. Some of the teams were starting up to practice 2 weeks ago, and now we are going for a summer holiday and start up again in August. Last Saturday, the 26th of June, we had our national congress in Denmark, where we have been together 40 people in the congress. We had one new member of the board called Christian Gunvald Sørensen. There's a player from one of the teams in Aarhus, and our chairman Claus B. Madsen did not want to be re-elected, so we have decided that I was going to be the chairman for the next 2 years and trying to make a progress in the PowerChair Football Denmark. At the National Congress, we were so lucky to have 2 members of Powersport Denmark to be a part of the Congress, and Mogens Jensen came with a big surprise for Pernille Sørensen, because she was getting a big prize called Ildsjæl. In English it's called Fire Soul, and it's a prize that is given to one person that do something extraordinary in Powersport Denmark over the year or the years. And one of the reasons to Pernille got this prize was that she never said no to a job. She always put all her power and time in doing things like driving all the PowerChairs football to Finland at last year at the European Championship. So we're so lucky to have her in Denmark doing a lot of works behind the scene. So big award for her. The 2 people from the Powersport Denmark also is part of one of the new concepts we are trying to build in the next year. We will work hard together with Aarhus PowerChair Football and the Powersport Denmark to try and make a way to get new players. So now we're going to talk with Stine from Powersport Denmark, and when 1 or 2 people from Aarhus, and then we'll go out to meet the possible players at the physiotherapy, the spinal cord centers, or everywhere we can meet the players and try to get them to know the sport in Denmark and maybe try to get them started. And then after a year, we'll try to go out to smaller countries, smaller parts of the country, and then get more players for the smaller clubs.
Power soccer is a real sport. Power soccer is changing lives.
On both sides of the Atlantic, the news of the sudden passing of Chris Finn in the USA was greeted with great shock and sadness. Chris had been involved in the founding of FIPFA and also had been a double World Cup winning coach in Japan and France in 2007 and 2011. We asked some of those who knew Chris well to pay a tribute.
Hi, I'm Tony Jackson, and the European Power Chair Football Association asked me to say a few words about Chris Finn, who we lost recently. And I'll keep it brief, even though I have a lot of words to say about him. Chris Finn was compassionate, dedicated to the people that he served. That really showed in his athletes that he coached and the teams that he led, including the 2007 and 2011 World Cup winning teams. Off the court, he brought that same passion and dedication to everybody around him. And so not only was his passing a major loss for the Power Chair football community, but also for everybody who knew and interacted with him outside of the community. So Chris Finn, you will be missed.
I met Chris via FIPFA. Both of us were founding members of FIPFA. Chris was the FIPFA first vice president. Chris had good football, or soccer as he called it, knowledge from his experience when he played. He worked with me on the FIPFA laws of the game, and we shared many hours of discussion. Chris had been instrumental in all aspects of Power Chair football, from setting up plays in his local community to developing the world game. Thank you, Chris, for your dedication. The Power Chair football community will never forget.
J'aimerais rendre hommage à travers cette petite vidéo à Chris Finn. Chris Finn a œuvré énormément pour le développement du PowerShare Football. Il a été aussi à l'origine de la création de la FIFA. Je l'ai rencontré à ce moment-là et j'en garde un souvenir impérissable. J'espère que le nom de Chris Finn restera à jamais gravé dans la mémoire du PowerShare Football. Pour ma part, je vais garder le souvenir d'une très belle rencontre et voilà, merci Chris pour ces moments inoubliables que j'ai passés avec toi. Merci.
Chris's motto, message in life was, "You are able." And that highlighted exactly everything that you needed to know about the man. It was a total understatement. He was more than able. And he was helping the rest of us to live a full and rich, able life, whatever that meant to us. Rest in peace, Coach. You'll be sorely missed. Be the difference. Make the difference. You are able.
Because I believe it has so much to offer people with disabilities, the chance to be totally independent.